One second, guys. Okay. Uh, hello. Hello. Internet. കേട്ടില്ല. ഹലോ പറഞ്ഞോളൂ. ഓണോ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. ആ ഇതില് അല്ല, അപ്ലോഡ് കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. OBSൽ അപ്ലോഡ് റേറ്റ് കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നെറ്റ് കണക്ഷൻ സ്റ്റേബിൾ ആണെങ്കിൽ ബാക്കി വെബ്സൈറ്റ് ഒക്കെ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. അല്ല, ഇതിനകത്ത് യൂട്യൂബിൽ കറക്റ്റ് പേജ് പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ആ പേജിൽ ടൈം കിടക്കുന്നത് 11 AM എന്നാണ്. ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചായിരുന്നോ? കുഴപ്പമില്ല അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. ഇട്ടിരുന്നു. അതെ, ചെയ്തു. കീഴല്ല, ലിങ്കില്. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, ആ മനസ്സിലായി. തുടങ്ങി. ഓക്കെ, ശരി ശരി. ഓക്കെ, മനസ്സിലായി. അപ്പം ഞാനിപ്പോൾ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്താൽ മതിയല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, ആ ശരി, ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. ആ okay, yeah, hello, sorry about that, friends. Okay, I was unable to, I was having some technical issues with my net connection. Now it is fixed. Okay, that is why the delay has happened. I'm sorry for that. Okay, yeah, now without waiting much, we will start straight away. We have already taken some time at the beginning, so we will be starting this session right away. Okay, so again, welcome to this session from Unacademy, and today we are going to look at another 25 MCQs. All right, another 25 MCQs for your prelims 2020. Okay, so yeah, before we move on to this lesson, okay, towards the end of this lesson, I will tell you about some important courses, free sessions that will be coming to you tomorrow. Okay, at the Unacademy website, so you can watch them as well. All right, I will inform you about that at the end of this session. So let's start with the current MCQ, 25 MCQs in 1 hour. Okay, so before that, let me tell you something about Unacademy. Unacademy is India's largest learning platform, okay, which gives you all this access. Am I audible? Can anybody please comment if I am audible? Okay, Unacademy gives you live classes. It gives you an opportunity to chat with educators and engage in discussions, ask your doubts and all that, live tests and quizzes, unlimited access to our resources, structured courses. So you will get all these kinds of things in Unacademy. So if you have not taken a subscription, please do that. So in order to get it, you need an Unacademy learning app. Hello Agash, welcome. You are here every day. That's great to see you. Good evening. Okay, Unacademy learning app that is available at Google Play as well as App Store. So download it and please make a subscription. Okay. So before that, let me tell you about myself. I am Madhav Sankar R Warrier. I have been conducting sessions for the past 5 years, although it's offline. Okay, I'm new at online teaching myself. I was a former banker as well. This is my Unacademy link. Okay, Madhav Unacademy _ Madhav. You can go here to get informed about my classes. I will update my timing and link there. Okay, and this is my Unacademy channel. You can go here and click follow. You will get all the updates of every class that I take at Unacademy. Okay, so use this. So these are the top educators at Unacademy. You will have seen most of them already, most of their lessons. You will get an opportunity to sit in their classes if you can join Unacademy. So get a UPSC subscription. Okay, get a subscription in the UPSC channel. Will provide you with all these things: polity, history, current affairs, optional courses, answer writing practices. Okay, so all these are available to you from Unacademy, and these are the packages for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months and 12 months. Okay, and this one is the most recommended package because we have the plus subscription. This gives you two packages, one year and 2 year. And 1 year package at 44,000 rupees. If you use my code MSRW1, you can get it at 39,600. And 2 years 64,000, and again 10% discount if you can use my code. Alright. And as far as the iconic subscription is concerned, this is another type of subscription offered to you by Unacademy. Okay, plus and iconic. This one is iconic. Iconic, again, two packages, 1 year and 2 year. So if you take 1 year package, okay, what additional things are you getting? You are getting a personal coach. Okay, a coach who will be a guide or a mentor to you throughout the exam process. Also daily maintenance answer writing practice, study planner, personalized feedback. Okay, you will get all these things if you take an iconic subscription. It is worth it. Okay, and the amount is 64,000, and you can, if you use my code here also, you will get a 10% discount for 2 year also. So if you are attempting in 2021, you can go for this. 2022, you can choose the 2022 or later, you can choose this second package. Okay, so this is a peep into my Unacademy channel. unacademy.com/@msrw. All my courses are available there as well. Alright, so I want to tell you about one important thing, that is tomorrow starting from 5:30 I have free live sessions at this channel, at this link. It is free for everybody, everyone can watch. Just download the app and you can watch. Okay, this will be on revolt of 1857, very important for your prelims. Then disintegration of Mughal Empire, okay, of Mughals. And thirdly, philosophical systems of India. Okay, philosophical systems of India. So these three sessions will be there starting from 5:30, then 7 p.m. Sorry, and at 9 p.m. Okay, so 7:30 and 9 p.m. So that's it. Welcome to this session of MCQs, and the first question is already on board. See if you can answer it. Consider the following statements. Okay, in Indira Sahni case of 1992, the Supreme Court held that the reservation policy cannot be extended to promotions. Statement 2, 77th Constitutional Amendment Act inserted clause 4A to Article 16, which enables the state to make any law regarding reservation in promotion for SC and STs. So we know about the Indira Sahni case. This is a very famous case where the reservation policy, reservation system was brought before the judiciary. So in the Indira Sahni case, Supreme Court told that the total reservation cannot go beyond 50%. Also, reservation can only be given for social, social and educational backwardness. Okay, social and educational backwardness. That is the reason why EWS has been brought before Supreme Court. What is EWS? economically weaker section, EWS, right? So EWS it was supposed to be given for persons from the forward classes and who has certain economic backwardness. Okay, there are some criteria for that. So EWS was brought before the judiciary because it doesn't apply for this category, social as well as educational. This is economic in nature. Also, the reservation was 10% beyond the 50% reservation. So the total reservation would have gone up to 60%. This is also against the Indira Sahni verdict. Understood? So, okay, I have already got some answers. Correct answer is yes. Harika, very good. Correct answer is C. Both the statements are correct. Okay, both A and B. Remember, Indira Sahni case, very important. Also read about EWS, economically weaker sessions. Okay, let's move on to question number 2. Which among the following statements describes limbs? Okay, see if you can answer. See if you can answer this. Limbs. Statement option A. Web-based portal developed by Ministry of Law and Justice for monitoring various court cases of government departments. Pilot project implemented by Ministry of Health related to prosthetic body parts for the disabled. Lunar reconnaissance probe of NASA expected to be launched in 2026. So which of these statements are best describes the LIMS program? Come on, I am waiting for some replies. Let me be wrong, guys. Just try to attempt it. Okay, assume that this was UPSC and just try to attempt it. Don't withhold. Alright. Okay, I'll tell you the answer anyway. This is the option A. Option A is correct, which is web-based portal developed by Ministry of Law and Justice for monitoring various courts and governmental departments. Okay. Yeah, Shweta attempted it, but okay, it's alright, Shweta. It's the correct answer is 1. I purposefully put the second option. I made up the second option to confuse you. Okay, limbs make it related to prosthetic parts. Okay, that's alright. The full form of limbs is Legal Information Management and Briefing System. Okay, Legal Information Management and Briefing System, that is LIMS. So in order to monitor and in order to manage various court cases of government departments, LIMS was implemented recently by Ministry of Law and Justice. Okay, learn from it. Question number 3. Yeah, Akash got it right. Good. Question number 3. Consider the following statements about the Controller and Auditor General of India. Okay, so this is a question from your current affairs / polity area. Okay, I have always told you there is nothing called current affairs alone. It is always related to something else as well from your static portion, and this is related to polity. Controller and Auditor General of India. So if you have read Lakshmikant or your NCRTs, you will get this correct. CAG is mandated to audit all receipts and expenditures of 3-tier governments in India and report to the government. CAG is constituted under Article 148 of Indian Constitution. Which of these statements are correct? Can anybody tell me? Okay, when you answer, please put the question number also if possible, so I can know which of your answers go to which all questions. Okay, you are putting C. Okay, it is the wrong answer. Okay, here also it shows C, but this is wrong. Okay, it is not C. Let me make it very clear. It is not C. The correct answer is option B. Okay, 2 only is the correct answer. Why? Because we all know that Article 148 of the Indian Constitution refers to CAG. That is true. But the first statement, look at it. It submits its report to, it does not submit its report to the government. It submits its reports to the legislature. Okay, central parliament. Not the executive. Executive means usually government. Okay, so it does not submit its report to the government. It submits its report to the legislature. Very, very important. Also read about Public Accounts Committee, the only committee which has the power to ask the CAG for the report. Okay, CAG puts its report into the legislature, which is given to the PAC for further proceedings. Understood? So correct answer is 2, B only. Yeah, 3 is B. Okay. Now, question number 4. Which among the following countries is not part of BIMSTEC? Okay, when you study for current affairs, you have to study about international groupings or organizations. Alright, and especially those organizations of which India is a part. So, regarding BIMSTEC, India is a part of BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC stands for Bay of Bengal Initiative of Multi-Sectoral Technical and Educational Cooperation. Okay, that is BIMSTEC. You all know the definition. Now, I got the polls, so you already know it. That is the correct answer. It is indeed Pakistan. Okay. So, can anybody tell me where is the headquarters of BIMSTEC? Where is the headquarters of BIMSTEC located? Any idea? I will tell you the 7 countries. Okay, BIMSTEC has 7 members. I am going to tell you about which all countries are included in BIMSTEC. It is Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Bhutan. Okay, so these are the 7 countries of BIMSTEC. And the headquarters of BIMSTEC, yep, Harika is again right. It is in Bangladesh, and exactly it is in Dhaka. Okay, the capital of Bangladesh, Dhaka, is the HQ of BIMSTEC. Get it? Okay, let's move on to question number. Yeah, Akash, again you are right. Question number 5. Ottawa Declaration of Ottawa Declaration of 1996 deals with which of the following? Okay, so again a question based on your international organizations, world organizations. So see if you can crack this one. Ottawa Declaration. Ottawa is a place in Canada. Okay, so now itself you will be able to eliminate certain options and try to get the correct one. Ottawa Declaration. Alright, Ottawa Declaration of 1996 deals with which of the following? The correct answer is no, A. Okay, correct answer is A only. Arctic Council. We can easily eliminate BRICS because it does not have Canada in it. Which could be other 3, but the correct answer is Arctic Council. Okay, Arctic Council is a council set up by some of the Arctic area countries. Okay, and some other members are also there in order to promote peaceful cooperation in the Arctic region. Okay, peaceful research and exploration into the Arctic region. So, Ottawa Declaration of 1996 deals with Arctic Council. Alright. United Nations Human Settlements Program has its headquarters at, again, which of these following? Nairobi, Montreal, Alaska, Geneva. So, there are some questions like this that I have put because these conferences have happened very recently. Okay, that is why these kinds of questions are coming instead of full statements. You have to know the place where this has happened. When you answer, please put the question number as well so I can understand which one you are answering. Okay, United Nations Human Settlements Program, UN Habitat, has its headquarters at. The correct answer to this question is option A. Okay, it is at Nairobi. Don't forget, it is at Nairobi. Okay, so Montreal we know for the what? Ozone layer depletion related conference, right? Montreal Protocol, that is related with ozone layer depletion. Alaska is a North American place that is in the near to the polar region, and Geneva is the headquarters for almost 50% of the world organizations. There are lots of organizations which has its headquarters at Geneva. you can study it. Okay, there are many, so I'm not going to tell every one of it. Question 7. This is about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, you have heard of this term, right? Direct benefit transfer. It means transferring the money, transferring the money directly to the beneficiary's accounts. Okay, that is direct benefit transfer. It has been implemented by the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, this was there for some time, but it is recently in the news because some amendments has been made into the working of PMJDY. Alright, so it is asking, it is an integrated approach to bring about comprehensive financial inclusion of all the households in the country. Okay, overdraft limits of the scheme was raised from 5,000 to 10,000. Which of these statements are correct? This is a very basic question regarding a particular government scheme. So let's see if you can get this. Okay, I am not getting any more polls now. Please, if you know the answer, please send it. 7A. Okay, no. The correct answer is actually C. Both of these are correct. Okay. Initially, the overdraft facility of Jan Dhan account was up to 5,000 only. Overdraft is a kind of a loan. Okay, I mean there is a particular limit beyond which you can actually lend money from the bank. That is called overdraft, and that was 5,000 initially for the Jan Dhan account. But now it has been raised to 10,000. Okay, and first one is true. It is implemented for financial inclusion. Okay. Earlier, the initiative for this PMJDY was every household should have at least one member with a bank account. That was the earlier target. But now it has focused or shifted to having every adult member of the house to have a bank account. Understood? Earlier, every house should have at least one. But now it is every adult member should have one, because this was such a successful scheme. That is why it has been, all the limits are raised, okay, and made more inclusive. Okay, so yeah, another question about committees. Important topic for UPSC, committees. So I will be having these kinds of questions every day regarding committees, regarding reports, regarding international organizations. Okay, so there will be a couple of questions from these areas every day. Military exercises. Okay, these are all very, very important. So 8th question, anybody knows the answer? Report on the deepening digital payments was submitted by A. Bimal Jalal Committee, Urjit Patel Committee, Narasimhan Committee and Nandan Nilekani Committee. 8 is D. Yeah, Shweta is again correct. 8 is D. Nandan Nilekani Committee. Okay. Yeah, Nandan Nilekani Committee is related with deepening digital payments. So let's see what are the other committees based on. Okay. So Bimal Jalal Committee is based on transferring central banks or the RBI's surplus to governments. Okay, so every year RBI will have some surplus based on its own operations and functions. So this, how much of this surplus should be transferred to the government? This is looked into by the Bimal Jalal Committee. Okay, Urjit Patel Committee. This is also known as MPC, Monetary Policy Committee. Monetary Policy Committee. Okay, looks into the monetary policy, like fixing various rates, repo, reverse repo, and all those things. Monetary policy is decided by this committee. Narasimhan Committee. This was set in order to look into, review the banking reforms. So there has been some banking reforms back in 1992. Okay, so those reforms were reviewed by the Narasimhan Committee. So these are all important committees as far as your economics area is concerned. So do not forget this. Alright. Question 9. Consider the following statements about National Statistics Commission. Okay. It is an autonomous body set up by the government on the basis of Rangarajan Committee recommendations. It was established as a permanent, nodal and empowered body for all core statistical activities of the country. So, yeah, by the time you answer this question, I am asking you one more question which I had in yesterday's session. Who is known as the father of Indian statistics? I have told you the answer to this question yesterday. Somebody to do with the Indian Statistical Association. Any idea? I want the answer to question number 9 as well as the answer to who is the father of Indian statistics. Okay. So the correct answer to this question is option C. Both are correct. Alright. These statements, it is indeed based on Rangarajan Committee and it is an autonomous body. And yeah, Mahalanobis, very good. You remember that. P.C. Mahalanobis is known as the father of Indian statistics. That is correct. Okay. And 9 is C. Both the statements are correct. It was established to look into all the statistical activities of the country, also recommended by the Rangarajan Committee. 10th question for today. This is on Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Okay, this question not exactly like this, but this particular government scheme has been asked in UPSC 2016. Okay, a question was asked about this scheme, but this is still relevant in the news, so you can expect more questions from here. Statement 1 says it replaced the National Agricultural Insurance Scheme as well as the Modified National Agricultural Insurance Scheme NAIS and MNAIS. A uniform premium of 2% to be paid by farmers for all kharif crops, 1.5 for rabi and 5% for horti crops. No upper limit on government subsidy. This statement 2 was exactly asked like this in UPSC 2016. Okay, they put all these different rates and asked. So you should remember how much percentage it is for kharif, how much it is for rabi and how much it is for horti crop. You have to remember this number because UPSC had asked this number in UPSC 16. Alright. So correct answer is, yeah, 10 is D. Okay, Vignesh, it is not C, it is D. All the statements are correct. So it is 2% for kharif crops, 1.5 for rabi crops and oilseeds, 5% for horti crops. Okay, and there is no upper limit for the government subsidy. Okay, so whatever the farmer claims, it can be given. There is no upper limit. Fine. Let's move on to question number 11. Consider the following statements about Christchurch call to action. Christchurch call to action. Statement 1 says, it is an initiative of Canada and New Zealand along with top social media companies. It was aimed to combat online extremism and secure the internet. Which of these statements are correct? See if you can get this one. This has been in the news very recently. I am waiting for your answers. Okay, correct answer to this question is option B. Why? Because it is an initiative of France. Okay, not Canada. France and New Zealand together made the Christchurch call to action. Christchurch is a place in New Zealand. Okay, so France and New Zealand made the Christchurch call to action, and it is against online extremism and to secure the internet. If you remember, you have there was a terrorist attack in one of the churches in New Zealand. We saw the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern visiting the church and all. That images were shown in the TV many times, right? So that is the reason why this particular call was initiated. Christchurch call to action. A very important point. United States of America declined to join this. Why? Because they said that it is against free speech. It is against democratic free speech that is offered through the internet. Okay, so US declined to do this, and the same US is putting social media companies at fighting point. Okay, so remember this Christchurch call of action. All right. Question number 12. Integrated defense staff. Question about integrated defense staff. What does this mean? Integrated means together. So it is a multi-theater command. So tri-services are coming as a common system. Both all the Army, Navy and Air Force. So it was established in 2018 on the recommendations of the Uri Review Committee, headed by Chief of Integrated Defense Staff along with Deputy Chiefs of Integrated Defense Staff. So which of these statements is or are correct? This is the 12th question. Okay. I am waiting for the answer for the 12th question. See if you can get this one. Correct answer for the 12 is option B. Okay, why? Because this has not been implemented based on the Uri Review Committee or anything. Okay, this has been in place back in 2001 on the recommendations of Kargil Committee. Okay, Kargil Committee 2001, and this based on the recommendations of this committee only, integrated defense staff was set up. Statement 2 is correct. Understood? So yeah, let's move on to, you know about the Kargil issues, right? We had that India-Pak war back in 1999. Pakistan crossed the Kargil sector and India emerged victorious thanks to the MiG-27s. MiG-27 fighter jets were used in the Kargil war, and hence this jet was named by a nickname Bahadur. Okay, Bahadur was the name given by the Indian Air Force pilots to MiG-27. Now MiG-27 is no more, it has been decommissioned, but this was one of the famous fighter jets used in the Kargil war. Alright. Question 13. Consider the following statements about Operation Vanilla. Okay, somebody had asked me, I think Akash has asked me about Operation Vanilla. He has been asking me about this for a couple of days. So here it is. You have to know only two things about Operation Vanilla for your exam perspective. See if you can get this. Ramkumar, good evening. Welcome to the class. Okay. So we are at question number 13 and Operation Vanilla. Operation Vanilla was launched in support of the national disaster in flood-hit Mauritius. Is it true? It was conducted by Indian Air Force. Is this true? Which of these statements are correct? So, can anybody answer me? Answer the question. So, yeah, I will tell you the answer. Operation Vanilla was launched in support of national disaster. That is true. In the flood-hit. Okay, Priya is saying the answer is B. Okay, Priya? No, the answer is not B. Okay, the correct answer is, it is not Mauritius, it is Madagascar. Okay, Operation Vanilla has been used in Madagascar by the Indian Navy, not Air Force. So the correct answer is option D alone. Okay, that's all you need to know about this operation. It was conducted by Indian Navy in order as a rescue operation due to the national disaster occurred in the islands of Madagascar. Okay? Okay. Yeah, Shweta got it correct. So the correct answer is option D. Consider the following statements about Foreigners Tribunal. Very important question. Very important question. I am insisting to you to read on this because it is related to your CAA, also related to NRC, related to your NPR, related to Assam Accords. Okay, so this is a very important area, has been in the news very recently. Very highly inflamed situations have happened in the country owing to the CAA and all. So this question is important. They are quasi-judicial bodies meant to determine whether a person is or not a foreigner under the Foreigners Act of 1946. It was first set up in 1964 and is unique to Assam. Which of these statements are correct? Can anyone tell me answer to this question regarding Foreigners Tribunal? So yeah, correct answer to this question is both A and B. Okay, both these statements are correct. Because it has been set up under the Foreigners Act of 1946, that's true, and it is unique to Assam. Okay, in nowhere else in India we have these foreigners tribunals. If in other places of India such cases are put, placed before a usual court. Okay, not foreigners tribunal. Foreigners tribunal are exquisite or explicit to Assam alone. Keep that in mind. Foreigners, remember, I am not talking about FRRO. Foreign regional offices are, that is different. Okay, foreigners tribunal. Tribunal means it's a court that is specifically set up for looking into whether a person is a foreigner or not. This is exclusive to Assam alone. Okay, that's so correct answer is option C. Question number 15. Okay, another interesting question here. Strictly based on your science and technology area, also your current affairs. Mauna Loa Observatory, oldest continuous carbon dioxide measurement station in the world, is located in where? So you need not study about anything else as far as this question is concerned, because the relevant things are already given here. The name of the observatory, why it is in the news, and where is it supposed to be located. So Jamaica, Hawaii, Fiji, Sweden. Pick your correct answer. Please put the question numbers as well, okay, so that I can relate which option you are giving to which question. Okay. So I think Shweta is saying A to this question. So no. Okay, correct answer to this question is option B only, Hawaii. Okay, not Jamaica. It is in Hawaii. Mauna Laboratory Observatory, oldest continuous carbon dioxide measurement station in the world. That's all you have to remember. No need for other info regarding this. Okay. Moving on to question number 16. Transboundary movements of hazardous waste and disposal is dealt under. Another question from your environment area. Also very important question. This is a static question from environment. You need to know every one of these conventions. Basel, Rotterdam, Stockholm. All of these are important. Try to get this one correct. Transboundary movements of hazardous waste are dealt by which of the following conventions? Any idea? I am waiting for your answers. Yeah, Jibin has joined now. Jibin is saying it is A. Yeah, Jibin is correct. Correct answer is Basel Convention. Okay, Basel Convention deals with transboundary movements of hazardous waste and their disposal. So what is Rotterdam Convention? Rotterdam Convention deals with prior informed consent on certain hazardous chemicals and pesticides. Okay, this is Rotterdam Convention. Okay, and the Stockholm Convention deals with persistent organic pollutants. That you know, persistent organic pollutants are dealt by the Stockholm Convention. Okay, all these conventions are very important. Do not forget. Yeah, the correct answer is option A, Basel. Question 17. This is regarding Jetpropa. Okay, it is a drought-resistant perennial plant living up to 75 years. Jetpropa oil can be directly used in diesel engines. So which of these statements are correct? Yeah, 16A. Shweta also got it correct. Good. See if you can get question 17 right. This is regarding Jetpropa. This is important because we are looking for alternate sources of energy. We are looking at ethanol blending. Right, ethanol blending. We are also looking at some plants like Jetpropa. So if you can see if you can find this answer. It is a drought resistant perennial plant living up to 75 years, Jetpropa oil can be used directly in diesel engines. Anybody want to try? Correct answer to this question is all of these are correct. Okay, both these statements are correct. So it can be used directly. This one is a very tricky question because can it be used directly? We will get confused. Also, we are not sure if it is a diesel engine or petrol engine or whatever. So make a note that it is directly used in diesel engines. And of course, Jetpropa is a drought-resistant perennial plant. That is why it is studied in such with such curiosity, because this plant can grow anywhere in drought areas, and so it is kind of a in the bank fuel for the future. Okay, Jetpropa, don't forget. Which among the following, easy question, probably the easiest question in this quiz. Which among the following states witnessed the extremely severe cyclone Fanny? Okay, so study about cyclones in your geography. How is a cyclone formed in the northern hemisphere different from the southern hemisphere? What is the relation between cyclones formed in Bay of Bengal and those formed in Arabian Sea? Which one is more destructive? What are the causes of formation of cyclones? Okay, there are some criteria for a cyclone to develop. So all these things are important. That is given very well in your GC Leong book of geography, physical geography, also in your NCRTs. So please do look into that. So Vignesh is telling me correct answer is 7. Yes, Odisha coast. Okay, very good. Kerala coast, it is Oki. Okay, Oki is in Kerala, Fanny is in Odisha. Very good, Vignesh. Question number 19. Okay, so here is another static question. This is from again the formation of cyclones. Temperature of the top layer of the sea need to be at least 28 degrees Celsius to support the formation of a cyclone. Low level of air above the water needs to have a clockwise rotation in northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise rotation in the southern hemisphere. Which of the statements are correct? So you are asked to tell me about the formation of cyclones based on temperature, based on the rotation of the water. Which of the air above the water? Which of the following is or are correct? Any idea? Question number 19. Correct answer is 1 only. Okay, A. Question number 19, correct answer 1 only. Why? Because this is true. We have to have a temperature of at least 28 degrees Celsius. That is true. But the problem here is the rotation is anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Do not forget this. If this is the earth, then this is the equator. If the cyclone is formed in the northern hemisphere, it will rotate like this. And if it is formed in the southern hemisphere, it will rotate like this. Okay, this is clockwise and this is anti-clockwise. Also, very important point, cyclones will not form in the equator. Why? Why do cyclones do not form in the equator? Can anybody tell me why do cyclones do not form at the equator? What is the reason? There is some equator lacks something which prevents a cyclone from being developed at the equator. What is it? Anyone do know the answer? Okay, I am waiting for the answer. The correct answer to this question is because there is no Coriolis force. Okay, Coriolis force is 0 at the equator and maximum at the poles. What is Coriolis force? Coriolis force is the force that is formed by the rotation of the earth. Okay, So you have to learn about Coriolis force. It is pretty basic. It is in your geography area, static part of geography. It is there in NCRTs as well as GC Leong, a very good book. Please do read it and you will understand. Okay, so equator does not have Coriolis force. So cyclones cannot develop at the equator. Understood? Moving on to question number 20. So I told you every day I will be asking you at least one report. Okay, and here it is Global Assessment Report is launched by United Nations Office for Disaster Reduction, World Economic Forum, Federal Reserve, Asian Development Bank. Which of the following is or are correct? So Global Assessment Report 20B. Okay, no. Akash, that guess is good for UPSC because UPSC, I have told you that trick, right, regarding World Economic Forum and World Bank. Yeah, but the problem is I won't use that trick. I know that you guys know it, so I will mix it up. Correct answer to this question is option A. Okay, United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction as Global Assessment Report is based on that. It assesses the risk on economies. Okay, so what when a disaster occurs, what are the impacts of that disaster in the economy and how does that pose as a threat or a risk in the economy? That is what Global Assessment Report looks into, and it is launched by United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. Okay, yeah, trick in the sense World Bank and World Economic Forum. Okay, this is not a trick actually, it is something that has been observed. I am not telling you that you should bang on this. This is actually what can I say? This is not really something you can be sure about. But so far what have been seen is UPSC always asks reports of World Bank and World Economic Forum. So the chances of the answer being these two are very high. Thus I am not telling you it will be like that. But based on the past year papers, if you analyze the past 10-year papers, most of the answers are either World Bank or World Economic Forum. And UPSC has not asked outside that. Clear? That is what it's not a trick. It is actually a fact, an observed fact. Okay. So make sure you study every report of World Bank and World Economic Forum so that you will know if it comes. Okay. So correct answer, yes, United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. Another important question regarding the acts, various acts in order to protect children. Okay, under the POCSO Act, a child is defined as any person under the age of 16. Under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, child is defined as any person under the age of 18. So we have various acts in our country. We have various criteria in order to specify whether a person is a child or not. Some acts put the age as 16, some acts put the age as 18, certain other acts puts it as 12. Okay, so which of these are correct statements regarding question 21? So as correct answer to this question is, this is a zigzag question. Okay, this is a zigzag question, which means I have just interchanged the numbers. It is 16 here and it is 18 here. So according to POCSO Act, POCSO means Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act. Okay, as per this act, a child is defined as any person under the age of 18. Under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, it is defined as any person who is under 16 years is defined as a child. Okay, so if you can remember about the Nirbhaya case, this is all associated with that particular case. Okay, one of the criminals were actually a juvenile at that time. Remember? So at that time there were some important judgments by Supreme Court. In certain exceptional rare cases, a person above the age of 16 can actually be treated as an adult and can be given a full punishment. That was part of the Supreme Court judgment regarding the Nirbhaya case. Don't forget it. Okay, so correct answer is none of the above. Answer D. So we are into the last 4 questions. Astana Declaration. Astana Declaration deals with what? So again, this is a very famous declaration. Astana The Astana Declaration deals with which of the following sectors? Education, primary health, world trade, nuclear weapons. Just understand what the sector is. Okay, you need not there is no need to study about our Astana Declaration. Not that much important, but you need to be able to relate to which sector that particular declaration is. Okay, so Astana Declaration is related to primary health. That's enough for your prelims. Okay, correct answer is option B, primary health. I hope you got this. Yeah, 22 Jibin has got it correctly. Primary health. Very good, Jibin. 23rd question, last 3 questions for the day. This has been in the news very recently. General Conference on Weights and Measures. Okay, this question is regarding General Conference on Weights and Measures. CGPM is the highest international body of the world for accurate and precise measurements. India became a signatory in 1957. Which of these statements are correct? So regarding CGPM, I would like, why is it in the news? Because recently the definition of a kilogram has changed. Okay, I don't remember the exact definition. What it was considered to be the weight of a palladium rod that has been kept somewhere. Okay, that was the definition that was used, but it has been changed and the new definition has been taken up. That is not important, but you can study about this particular organization. Okay, this particular organization actually defines most of the conventional measuring systems. Okay, like kilogram is defined by them. What is a meter? It is defined by them. What is the correct value of gravity? So all these kinds of things are defined by the General Conference on Weights and Measures. Okay, and both these statements are correct. India has become a signatory in 1957 and it is the highest international body of the world for accurate and precise measurements. Correct answer is option C. Both are correct. Question number 24. Last but first question for the day. We have one more after this. So see if you can get this correct. This is a question about brucellosis. So this you can expect a question from diseases. Okay, especially COVID is going on. So the chances of COVID getting asked is very less, because UPSC doesn't ask that kind of questions which are already very hot topic. UPSC will dig out something else and they will ask. So obviously you have to study about COVID. You will have to look into other diseases like malaria. Okay, then swine flu. This has been in the news. And brucellosis, rubella, measles, all these diseases. Yesterday I have told you have to study about UIP, Universal Immunization Program, and what are the diseases that are covered under this particular program. Okay, so correct answer to this question is option. Any idea? Only 2 is correct. Okay, correct answer is B. Why is 1 wrong? Brucellosis is indeed a zoonotic disease. What does zoonotic mean? Zoonotic means transferred from animals, transmitted to humans via animals. Okay, you remember that movie, right? Contagion. Have anybody seen this movie, Contagion? Contagion defines exactly what a zoonotic disease is. Okay, it is transferred from animal to humans. For example, Nipah disease. This has been very prevalent in Kerala and it has started in bats. Okay, bats, and transferred into humans. So similarly, brucellosis is also a zoonotic disease. It is a contagious disease, which means it will spread into other organisms, and it is caused by not a virus, by bacteria of the species Brucella. Okay, bacterial species called Brucella is the origin for the zoonotic disease. Second part is correct. Transmission to humans is most often by drinking raw milk from infected animals. That is correct. So statement 2 only is the correct answer. Clear? I hope I am very clear. To the last question for the day. Yeah, many got, Jibin got this one correct as well. Last question. Okay, very simple question again. This is from your history/current affairs. Okay, modern history/current affairs. So he established an organization named Mitra Mela, later named as Abhinav Bharat. Now itself you got the answer. I know that. Okay. Indian War of Independence was authored by him. That is enough to give you the answer. Endorsed the idea of India as a Hindu Rashtra and opposed the Quit India struggle of 1942. Who is the personality we are talking about? A. Subhash Chandra Bose, B. Sachin Sanyal, C. V.D. Savarkar, D. Chandrasekhar Azad. Any idea? Very famous personality, also in the news recently. Okay, there has been some controversies regarding this particular person. Yeah, Akash, very good. Jibin also got this one correct. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Okay, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, V.D. Savarkar is the personality that I am talking about. So he started Abhinav Bharat, earlier named as Mitra Mela, wrote the Indian War of Independence, also opposed the Quit India struggle, okay, and endorsed the India as a Hindu Rashtra. Okay, so yeah, that is it. The end of today's session. We have reached the end of today's MCQs. So please do subscribe to Unacademy. You can use my code MSRW1 to get 10% discount. I have talked to you about all the packages at the beginning. So also here you can subscribe, like, and hit the bell button. All right, share it with your friends also. Okay, so more and more people can watch all this. Okay, so until tomorrow, see you. Bye.